Barbershop Conversations, man. We right back at you, man. Juneteenth, elevating the culture. DJ Quest, one of the founders, man. We in Leimert Park, man, Los Angeles, California, man. We here with Sellassie, man. And welcome down here. You're from San Francisco, man.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. It's beautiful.
And you got that piece on. Where'd you get that?
Right down the way. One of the vendors. I just walked past. A Quest. Actually, that's how I bumped back in the Quest codes. I know Quest from the Bay about 10 years ago. But in between that time, known him, and seen him, but I haven't seen him in a while. And stopped at the booth. He at the booth. You know what I'm saying? And then I seen this, had to cop this. Beautiful, y'all.
And,
you know what I mean?
And coincidentally, she interviewed with us earlier.
Oh, for real?
And she's an avid fan of my podcast.
Oh, word.
Coincidentally, her name is Patty.
Okay.
Her name is Patty, and I actually have one on as well.
Oh,
so,
I didn't
yeah.
No, this thing just No, when I first seen it, I thought it was the African. Remember the ones in the 90s?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get one for years. But I seen this. I said, this is bad. And I had, I got to spend black business. Got to spend my money.
You're absolutely right.
That's what it is.
And you're a performer, conscious black hip hop. You want to elaborate on that some more?
Yeah, I do conscious political hip hop. I'm born and raised in San Francisco. And for the last 15, years, I've been holding it down for conscious political hip hop all over the world. And I'm actually an alumni here. I'm so happy to say, I performed here like 3 years ago and it was really cool. I got it on camera, and all the Juneteenths in San Francisco, San Jose, Berkeley, up Northern California, I'm always a part of. Like I always say, anything that I could perform at, like this, like Juneteenth over everything. Like if I never perform at anything, but just things like this is really what it's about for me. Really to reach our people, and to connect with them with this message. And I did really well here a few years ago. It was really dope.
And you spoke about your hunger strike. You and 4 other men had a hunger strike and actually got the police chief fired in San Francisco. Elaborate on that. Yeah,
so it was spearheaded by a woman. Her name was Maria Christina, and her son, Equipto, Edwin, Lindo, Ike Pinkston, and me, Sellassie Blackwell. Make a long story short, there was a lot of killings in San Francisco, starting with Mario Woods, Kenneth Harding, Amilcar Perez Lopez, Luis Congorga, Alex Nieto, and Jessica Nelson Williams. And it was just chronically bad killings in Oakland and San Francisco, where I'm from. So me and 4 comrades decided to take a stand, and we did a hunger strike in front of the San Francisco police station in the Mission District for 17 days and garnered international attention. And from the result of that, we got the police chief fired. Unfortunately, it was on the day that Jessica Nelson Williams was killed. Rest in peace. But from her being killed and the pressure that we put on to the city and to the government of San Francisco, he had to be fired, and that was a big movement at the time. We had 3 demands. We wanted an independent investigation in the murders. We wanted the police chief to be fired, and we wanted the cops that did it to be charged with murder. We achieved one of the 3. You know what I mean?
Now let's move into today's America. Let's go with. Let's stay on George Floyd. What's your take on that, and what should happen?
George Floyd really touched me like I think it touched, or like I know it touched everybody else, because I really put myself in this position, having like a bad neck and a bad back, and imagining somebody stepping on my neck. I wouldn't have lasted as long as he did. And then also like Rashard Brooks, how he fought back at the end of his life. I admire him so much, and I have to think, would I have the courage to fight like that, knowing that I'm about to die? We all know about getting interrogated by police for 30 minutes. We ain't done nothing wrong, and then you get scared and you run and you do whatever you got to do. And he knew damn near that his death was coming, and he had the courage to fight. My last vision of him is fighting. And he was going to die for us to continue on the legacy, for us to do what we did. Same with George Floyd. I lost my mother 3 years ago. So when I heard him scream for his mother had passed. She was already passed. And he still was, because he knew she would hear him and embrace him to come. So that really touched me. And like they say, this isn't a moment. This is a movement. Because we not stopping. Like, I'm supposed to go protest with the youngsters on Central Avenue in a minute. I'm just coming here doing my thing, and I'm gonna go meet them. They might route over here, but this ain't a moment. This is a movement. Real talk. You feel me? Like, these things have got to really change in this country, and we got to bring the change now.
Now, speaking of change, Quest has something called Elevate Culture.
Word.
What does that mean, Elevate Culture, to you?
That's a great question. It can mean with the others, other people that aren't black, to elevate their consciousness and to identify their white guilt, their white privilege, and then with us to get knowledge of self, to continue to learn about our past and who we are and where we come from. And from that, you will get so much self-respect. You'll get so much self-esteem knowing that we aren't what they say we are. That's what really helped me as a black man in America. And so when I think of that, elevate consciousness, like that could go with us, where we elevate our consciousness on who we really are and not who they telling us we are. You know what I'm saying? Like, because a lot of African Americans, they didn't get the knowledge of self that I was fortunate enough to get, learning from, John Jackson, John Henry Clark, Asa Hilliard, Sheikh Anthony Diop. I was blessed, you know what I'm saying, to learn about who I was. So when anything came at me, I knew it was a lie. And so that made me a stronger brother in the streets, a more savvy revolutionary, and a savvy black man living in a white man's world. So I think that elevating our consciousness, that's what we're doing now with this movement. We're learning economics. We're going back to where we was almost 100 years ago, that they burned down because we were so successful. We almost getting back to where we was because we don't even know that about our history. 1920s, 1910s, we was bad. We learned it, dealt with Jim Crow, dealt with segregation, dealt with the black laws, dealt with Reconstruction, how they didn't give us the Reconstruction. We dealt with that and learned how to adapt in America and got ours. And they couldn't take it and had to take it by force and killing us with violence. So we elevate our consciousness, and then we're going to elevate our position in America, in a real way. In a real way. Because I tell my youngsters, I'll go broke telling them this. I find 3-4 little black youngsters, I stop them. I say, name me 5 black leaders. I'll give y'all $20 each, or $10, 5, whatever I got. And some of them, to their credit, know 5 black leaders, but 80 to 70% of them don't. And I'll give them to, Obama, that he count, Malcolm X count, Nipsey count, like just helping them, Tupac count, give me some, y'all. And some of them don't know.
Why you say Obama count? Why are you mad at Obama?
I'm not. I'm saying because they know Obama.
Oh, okay.
So don't think that he's not a black leader. I'm trying to give him.
You have your reservations about Obama though?
No. Be the first that anything being black, you're gonna have some issues. You're gonna have some troubles. And I think he you know what he did to represent us the best? Him and Michelle was class with their children, how they treated the White House. Everything that they did was class. And then you see what we got now. So he was the first, like he was the Crispus Attucks of presidents. All y'all know Crispus Attucks. He was the first black man to die for American independence, or the first man to die for American independence, but he happened to be a black man. So Obama was the first president. So he had to take a lot of brunt. And he didn't have no help with the Senate or the Congress. So, I'm proud of Brother Obama. He like my big brother. I'm proud of him. I'm very proud of him that he didn't have no scandals and he didn't make us look bad. He made us look excellent. He's up there at the top 5 presidents.
Similar to Malcolm.
You feel me?
55 years later, 55 years later, nothing. Clean as a whistle.
Right.
Great man.
Right. And Malcolm was misunderstood in his time, as you know.
Man,
they dog Malcolm.
Now he's a hero now, though.
Yep.
You could totally tell he's a hero because that's all you see on Instagram. Right. Tupac, Malcolm, and whatever else is going on in the streets. You know what I mean? Something? So yeah, man. So it's I love Malcolm, man.
I love Malcolm. Malcolm was the one that I'm like, I love Malcolm more than anybody. Like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm, Booker T. Washington, and W.E.B. Du Bois. There's a whole bunch too. Carver, George Washington Carver. There's a whole bunch of brothers, but Malcolm was the black nationalism and intellectualism and self-taught. He was self-taught, and he was from the streets. Like we all from the streets. So, he taught himself the dictionary. He read every book, you know, every word in the dictionary. You know, he was my mentor coming up.
Give your Instagram and stuff where people can follow you and get your conscious rap. And
what's up, y'all? What's up with
they
it?
telling you to talk that talk. Talk that. Yeah, they talking to yeah, they talking.
Yo, my name is Sellassie. I'm from San Francisco. You can find me online. I'm pretty easy. Sellassie, Sellassie. And then you add EYEI, Sellassie I, like your eye. That's my Instagram, Sellassie I. And I'm out there. Just look for me if you can. I appreciate the platform. You know, I'm here for Juneteenth. I'm here for my ancestors. 155 years ago, we became so-called free, but we still got a ways to go. You know what I mean? We still got a ways to go, but we there, you know? And like I wanted to say before we go, and I thank you for your time, Frederick, my brother Frederick. Hey, but yo, they lucky we don't want revenge. I heard this young sister say that on thing.
They lucky we don't want revenge.
Lucky we don't want revenge, and all we want is equal rights. She blew my mind when she said that. I said, go ahead, girl, because she is absolutely right.
Powerful.
You know what I mean?
Powerful.
We ain't everything they done to us. They lucky we ain't.
Big facts.
Hey,
huge facts.
She like, who this crazy man talking about?
Huge facts. Huge fact.
Right.
We appreciate you coming in, man. They definitely appreciate you in the chat too.
Yo,
so go his Instagram will be in the description box. And we appreciate you coming on, man.
Thank y'all, man. Hey, Black Power, people power, power to the peaceful. One love, y'all.
Appreciate you, King. One. Appreciate you, King. Thank you, dog. Appreciate it.